So you are once again welcome to accountancy class grade 12. So we discussed a previous video issue of debenture. So the final one, a partnership. It's a very important chapter and we can score more marks and more than 30 marks. So you can get 30 marks. It's a very important chapter. Okay, so that's why we will see the end of the academic year. Okay, so that's what your part 1 book after not for profit organization, chapter 2 accounting for partnership, basic concept. Here first, what is partnership? So you know very well that already you discussed in your plus 1 different types of organization, isn't it? So what are different types of organization? Sole proprietorship, then company. So before the company, partnership, correct? So sole proprietorship, only one person running the business. So whatever profit they can take. So what is partnership? At least minimum 2% can carry the business, they can share the profit. So minimum 2%. That's why the partnership. So company, you know already, whenever issue of capital, we discussed in the previous session, issue of capital. So whenever the company, so private company, public company and government company. Okay, then cooperative society. So these are then Hindu undivided family. Like that, we will discuss in your plus 1 different types of organization. Under that, partnership is very important type of organization. So under the partnership, how we are going to do the accounting treatment? So the accounting treatment, whenever minimum 2% doing the business under the name of partnership, how we are giving the preparation of the accounts, how we are giving the effect of the accounts, correct? Accounting treatment. That's what very important chapter. So the introduction what? So what are the basic fundamentals about the partnership? Actually, I hope that you studied in your plus 1. Anyway, you want to recollect all. So thereafter, goodwill, one of the important session will come later on. Then suppose any new partner will come. So any new partner want to join the business. So how we are going to give it? It's like admission, retirement, then debt. Finally, suppose you want to close the business, how to give the treatment, dissolution. So these are the discussion we are going to see our one by one video for our subsequent discussion. Okay, that's why I request all, please watch the video. It's a very important chapter. It's a very interesting chapter when you understand clearly. Okay, so partnership. So you can easily score. So if you do now itself, so naturally you will get the revision. That's why I make it end of the year. Almost we are in December, isn't it? Okay, so once you discuss the partnership, you can able to revise. Usually they will start first partnership, but here we will discuss now only partnership with free all mind, make it with yourself free mind. Okay, that's what. See here, it's a very famous definition. So definition is very important. You know very well. The Partnership Act when started. See, according to Indian Partnership Act, which year? 1932. Okay, exactly. Or previous century, 1932. So according to Indian Partnership Act 1932, section 4. So what they are telling? So that's partnership. Okay. So partnership is the relation between persons. Yes. First minimum 2%. That's why we are going to say relations between persons. Not single person. Number of person going to carry the business. That's why the word coming. Partnership is the relations between persons who have agreed. They have to agree to share the profits. Share. So what is the question of we are share? If only one person in a sole proprietorship, so whatever profit earned by the sole proprietor, the single owner, then take all the profit. Whenever coming for the partnership, so you can't take you only alone as a partner. So number of partners that are doing the business. Naturally, you can share the profits of your business. Carried on by all. This word is very important. Carried on by all. எல்லாரும் பார்ட்னரும் சேர்ந்து அந்த பிஸ்னஸை ரன் பண்ணுறாங்க. கேரிட் ஆன் பை ஆல் ஆர் எனி ஆஃப் தம் ஆக்டிங் ஃபார் ஆல். அப்போ மற்ற பார்ட்னர் கோசம் இன்னொருவர் மட்டும் வேலை பார்ப்பார். எல்லாரும் பார்ட்னருக்கும் சேர்ந்து அவர் வேலை பார்ப்பார். அதான் மீனிங் என்ன? carried on by all, everyone, all the individual partner, all the partners collectively together run the business, carried on by all, or any of them acting for all. That word is very important, acting for all. That's why the definition already studied in my plus one. It's very, very important definition according to Partnership Act 1932, Section 4. So partnership is the relation between the persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. Okay, that's what we are going to see. So here you know very well, see earlier the number of familiar companies they started first partnership, first sole proprietor. For example, when you do the business, first sole proprietor. So thereafter become partner. Then go for the company. Likewise, step by step, however, enhance your business. Okay, so partnership also one of the big organization. So big size of the business. Okay, so minimum only one person do the business. Maybe the size is very small. Suppose you want to expand the business, we will make it other 2 or 3 persons come together. Come on, we will do the business. So come together, we can run the business. Naturally, we can expand the business. Okay, that's what here. Carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So here, who is the partner? Who is the firm? That question arises. Here, who are the partners? Simple. The person who entered into a partnership. The person who entered into a partnership with one another individually. So each partner, each person is called partner and collectively a firm. Okay, collectively a firm. So firm in one nirvanam. So partner, Pangadarar. Okay, partner. So the person who have entered into a partnership with one another individually are called partners and collectively called firm. Okay. So earlier what happened? We will say Vivek and Co. Now it becomes limited company, Vivek Limited. Okay. Likewise. So different partners, they run the business, partnership. Okay. So here, what is the name? That's why I said. When we will say firm name. So one is the partner. Then when they will say firm, then what is the name? So you will fix one name. Under the name, all coming together doing the business. So firm name. The name under which the business is carried is called firm name. The name under which the business is carried is called firm name. Okay, that is very important. So very, very interesting. The nature of partnership. What is the nature of partnership? Here should be very careful. See, as a partner, you are a owner of the business. That's what, see, accounting viewpoint, they are separate business entity. So partner is different, business is different. So any profits earned by the business, you can't only take to your home, correct? So any profit you want to share among the partners. That's why according to accounting point of view, it is a separate business entity. But coming under legal point of view, it is not separate legal entity. Why? Because suppose when you are doing the business coming under the banner of partnership, so any due, any debts happened by the company, partner's personal property also you are liable to pay. That's why according to legal point, it is not separate, not legal entity. Already studied in our concept, correct? Business entity concept. Artificial person. Person is different, business is different. But as a accounting point of view, okay, it's a separate legal entity. The legal point of view, here the liability is unlimited. Later I'm going to study. So the partner's liability here unlimited. So any default, any debts borne by the company. Suppose you are unable to pay any amount to the creditors. You are doing the business. You are not in a position to pay any creditors. Your personal property also affect the business. So your personal property also you want to settle. You can take from the personal property, you want to settle the business debt. That's why legal viewpoint is not separate legal entity from which partners. That's what you have to keep in your mind. Okay, that's what the first our introduction, meaning of the partnership. Then who is partner, then firm name. Thereafter, very important, the nature of partnership. Now we are going to see what are the features and or features or characteristics of partners. Okay, now we will see. So we discussed the definition of the partnership act. according to Partnership Act 1932 year. Okay, section 4, relationship between the person, minimum 2 person. Okay, so maximum maybe 100 or now reduced to 50. Okay, so here it's very important, the features of partnership. So characteristics of partnership, that is very important. The first one, as we discussed, minimum 2 or more person. So more maybe now restricted to how much? 50. Okay. So there must be at least 2 person. So otherwise it is not a partnership, isn't it? It's a single person, it is coming under sole proprietorship as a form of organization. So that's what here in a partnership, minimum 2 person. Okay. So there must be at least 2 person to form a partnership. And all such persons must be competent to contract. So coming under the contract. Okay. A or B or C. So minimum 2 partners coming together to form a partnership in some name, firm name, to maybe competent to contract. That's what I'm trying to say. Must be competent to contract. That means what? According to Indian Contract Act 1872. Okay, so here it's coming under Indian Contract Act. So Contract Act is supreme. So it is formed Indian Contract Act, which year? 1872. So Partnership Act, which year? 1932. So that's why the year is very important. Similarly, as a company, earlier formed 1956, now modified Companies Act 2013. Same manner here, according to Indian Contract Act 1872, every person except the following is competent to contract. So that means what? Some of the person cannot enter into partnership. Who is that? First one is a minor. So minor cannot become a partner unless consented by the other partners. So that point you have to keep in your mind. So first one, every person except that word. That's what except are going to classify these 3 classifications. The following is competent to contract. Other person. Who is the expert? First one, minor. So minor means some age up to the attainment of 18 years. So till 18 years, suppose before 18 years, a person, suppose 15-year-old person cannot enter into partnership because coming under minor. But he can enter into partner consented by the other partners. That is very important. The word consented by the other partners. But as per the Contract Act, as per the partnership, every person except the following is competent to contract. First person is minor. So whoever not attained the age of 18 years. So that very important. Not attained the age of 18 years, correct? In India, you will say what? Minor. Okay. So he can't enter into partner. Cannot become a partner. But consent of the partners, other partners, he can enter. That point you have to keep in mind. Second, persons of unsound mind. Who is that? Persons of unsound mind. Here, what is the meaning of unsound mind? Very simple. Sound mind means you are always with the conscious. Correct? As a human being, they can act according to their mind, isn't it? So some person, they can't control their mind. They beyond their control. That's what persons of unsound mind. You can also call lunatic person. Lunatic person. Simple. What? That is, they are unable to work individually. You understood? That's what unsound mind. Persons of unsound mind or lunatic person. So simply, what you will say, it is not work according to his own mind. Understood? That's what you will say. Persons of unsound mind cannot enter into partner. You could not do the business. Correct? The third one, persons disqualified by any law. Suppose a person disqualified by any law, we can't come together to do the business. Suddenly, his enactment in some other law questioned by the court. So, a person disqualified by any law, unable to enter. So, who is the 3 person unable to competent to contract in a partnership as a partner? Minor, or a person unsound mind, or a person disqualified by any law. So these are the 3 persons. Except the remaining person, we can enter into contract for the partner. Understood? That's what the very first point. 2 or more person. That's what the discussion we can for the first features or characteristics of the partnership. The second one, very important, is agreement. Here, what is the agreement? Yes. So minimum 2 partner coming to business, they have to do the agreement. Okay, we will going to do the business. So how much you are going to invest the money, correct? The capital. How much you are going to invest. Accordingly, how much you are going to share. So these are the things you can by written. That's what. Either written and oral. That is very important. So always better, which is better? Written agreement between the partners, among the partners. It is always safer side. Okay. That's what they are trying to say. Second important agreement between the partners to write all the information. Okay. That's why the written agreement among the partner is known as partnership deed. We will discuss later. The deed. What is the deed? Partnership deed. So that is a document containing all the details about the partner, business, everything. We are going to discuss later. What is the content in partnership deed? That's what the second point. The agreement definitely should be agreement between the partners, among the partners. So definitely should be written or oral. So always better by written, safer side. Okay. So the written agreement among the partner is known as called what? Partnership deed. So they have to prepare the deed. So in the deed, they have to explain the details about the business, capital, all the partners' name, their address, location, everything, then the profit sharing ratio, everything. Okay, that's what we're going to discuss. So third one is very important. Definitely it should be a lawful business, not unlawful business. Okay, that is very, very important. So what is your meaning lawful business? A partnership is established for a lawful business. Now question of unlawful business. Okay, so what is lawful business? Definitely any business should be helping to the society. Already studied in plus one, should be the environment of the society. Never affect the environment, never affect the person's health also. That's why very important. Should be the legal and very important lawful business. It's not harm to the anyone. That is very, very important one, especially environment. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Say what the business includes what? Maybe trade. That's what you can do the trading the business. You are trading the business, buying and selling. And vocation. Vocation means like you can bring the person to the any country like a tourist like that vocation. We can enjoy the entire world, correct? And that is a profession. So profession, doctors, engineers and lawyers, they are coming by profession. Okay. So they are coming together, 2 or 3. They form as a partnership. For example, in an auditor, so suppose you want to do the chartered accountant course, you will going to join an auditor firm. It is called auditor firm. So maybe one auditor or more than the auditor. Okay, that's what the profession. But not a joint ownership. Should be under the firm name. For example, as auditor name is Srinivasan and Co. That means under the Srinivasan and Co. How many partners, auditors in the firm? Okay, not in the question of joint ownership or charitable activity. So that's what your third point, lawful business, one of the important features according to partnership. The fourth one, as you know very well, profit sharing. So definitely as a partner coming for the partnership, definitely should be a profit sharing. This question will arise. Okay. For example, A and B, they will share how equally or any ratio, equally or any proportion. We will discuss later. Profit sharing, any proportion. Okay. So very, very important, the profit sharing we want to mention in a deed. That's what the content of the deed. We'll see later. So what are the contents in partnership deed? We understood. That's what here, the profit sharing, one of the important features in partnership, because not single person running the business. So more than 2 or even 4 or 5. So minimum 2. So when coming for the minimum 2, definitely, so not all profits taken by one person. So over the partners, they should share the profit. That's why the profit sharing, one of the very important feature in partnership. Okay. Then we already discussed in our what? Definition. Business can be carried on by all or any of the partners acting for all. That means what? A person may be agents as well as the principal. Suppose as a person, agent of the partners, bound by the rule. Similarly, as a principal, they can bound by the other partner. That's what. Suppose A, B, C. Okay, for example, A, B, C. All three are what? Maybe A is the agent of remaining B and C, and also principals of him. Okay. Similarly, B is the agent of A and C. Likewise. That's what the word is very, very important. Business can be carried on by all A, B, C, all, or any of the partners acting for all. For example, here the B can work for A and C. So B is the agent. They are the principal. That's what agents as well as the principal. Understood? That's what acting for all or any of the partners acting for all. That is the important 5 features we discussed. It's a very important one. Okay, that's what the essential features. That's why the word coming under essential features or characteristics of partnership. Okay, that's what. Now we are going to see what are the rights of partner. Okay. So after the features of partners, characteristics of partners, what is the rights of partners? That is very important. Suppose a person became a partner or company or a business enter into partner or what are the rights? That is very important. Okay. So privilege. What are the rights of partner? So very first point. So what is the first one? See, every partner has right to participate in the management of the business. So a person has a right to participate in the management of the business. That's what we discussed, acting for all or any of them acting for all. Correct, that definition. Same manner here. Participate, that word, participate in the management of the business. The first right. He can conduct the business. However, business நடத்தலாம் உரிமை இருக்கிறது எல்லா உரிமையும் இருக்கிறது அந்த பங்குதாரர் பார்ட்னருக்கு ஓகேவா ஸோ செகண்ட் ஒன் what is second one? Second right to consult about affairs of the business. And the business அப்படி discuss பண்ணலாம். Consulted with other partners. Right to consult about affairs of the business. So what is the business? So purpose of doing the business, whether we are going in a proper way. So how to improve the business. So these are the consultation. A partner can discuss with other partner. He has a right, 100% right to consult about affairs of the business. First one is very important. See, participate is different, consultation is different. Very first right, participate in the management of the business. Okay, management of the business. We can participate. We can give any opinion, anything, any opinion, any ideas. Here also, consulted about affairs of the business. The business objectives, how to improve, again to expand the business, gives any ideas, opinions, he can give as a 100% right. So what are the management and consultation? Okay, the third very important right, inspect the books of accounts. Okay, every partner has a right to inspect the books of accounts. That is very important. A partner definitely should see what is going on, how they know, just to see the accounts, correct, at least weekly or monthly, they want to supervise. Has a right to inspect the books of account. And not only for that, they can have a copy of it also. They can get one copy of their copy. Totally 4 partners. So all the 4 partners has a right to inspect the books and each partner can get the copy of the business. So whatever our profit and loss account, trading, balance sheet, like that. Okay, that's what. So very important point, third one, has a right to inspect the books. That is very important. Suppose become a partner in a business, definitely you want to inspect the accounts. So then only you know whether business in a proper way, see any default happen, whether the profit sharing properly or not, correct? Then fourth one, the share of profits and losses. Correct? As a partner, you know very well, definitely the profits should be shared. Correct? So share of profits or losses with others in the agreed ratio. Right to share. That's what every partner has a right to share of profits or losses with the others in the agreed ratio. So they can fix some ratio equally or some proportionate according to their capital contribution. Later on going to see how we are going to calculate profit sharing ratio among the partners. Okay, subsequently discuss, don't worry. Okay, that's what the third important right. So what is the fourth important we discussed, correct? Fourth important, share of profits or losses. The fifth important, for example, as a partner, they given any loan to the company, advance loan to the company, he has right to receive the interest. Suppose when you are running the business, some partners giving as a loan, not a capital, just a loan. So whenever they consider it as a partner's loan, they can have a right to get what? Interest. Right to receive interest thereon at an agreed rate of interest. So that's what maximum, suppose they are not fixed, maximum 6% per annum. For example, a partner giving 1 lakh to the company, not a capital, as a loan. So you will say partner's loan. That I'm going to see, how we're going to calculate. So partner's loan. So whatever the loan given by the partner, he have a right to receive what? Interest. That's what the fifth one. It's very important right. He can help the business, ultimately help the business by giving loan capital or loan. Here loan. Suppose you consider as a loan, we company or business has to give the interest. Okay, that's what. Then the sixth one. Suppose in the case of any emergency, for example, so only one partner only available, A, B, C. So A and B receive some other work. So C is the available. In the case of any emergency, a partner has the right to act according to his best judgment. That is very important. So C is a partner has the right to act according to his judgment. So whatever he says is correct. Final one. So indemnified. So any expenses because of the business, anything spent by the expenses because of him for the company. So later on he can get it. That's what they said. Indemnified for the expenses incurred by him. Okay, that's what. Sixth important right. Okay. So that's what in the case of any emergency, as a partner act according to his own judgment, and any expenses he met indemnified for the expenses incurred by him. That's what our sixth right. Okay, now seventh right. It's very, very important. See, he has the right not to allow. See this word. That means what? Suppose your person, your friend, one of the partner, plan to bring someone for enter our business. So the other partner objects. So I have a right to object. No need. So only we will three enough for run the business. No question of another fourth person. Maybe many reasons. Maybe the sharing will be affected. Okay. That's what has a right to not to allow the admission of new partner. That is very important. So I have a right. No need. So I am object for the new partner. I am not allowed. That's a right each and every partner have. That's what I am trying to say. Seventh point. It's a very important point. And the eighth one, similarly, just opposite. Right to retire from the firm. Suppose a partner don't want to continue the business, you have right to retire. Okay. Thank you for the opportunity given by the other partners. So due to many reasons, so due to other work, whatever, I'm going to retire from the firm. So that right he has to have. You can't compel that particular partner. No. But definitely you should continue the business, not like that. Okay, you can't compel. That's what a partner has a right to retire from the firm. That is the very, very important. Eighth one. And finally, ninth, incurs any expenses of the business because of the business. Any partner paying money, any partner giving any money for the business. That's what. Incurs any expenses on the business, gets indemnified. How the six points, same manner, gets indemnified for the payments from the firm. So, because of the firm, suppose a particular partner meeting any expenses, later on they can able to claim from the company. That's what I'm trying to say. the ninth one. So totally rights of partners, totally 9 type of right. Okay, that's what is very, very important. So every partner, before coming to the business, before becoming a partner, they should know what is the rights. So then only they can do the business. Otherwise, what will happen? There's no use. Okay, that's what this session. So we started our partnership chapter, the accounting for partnership, the basic concept. The theory is very, very, very important. That's why some important discussion we are going to start. So initially we started the meaning of the partnership, the definition very important according to Partnership Act 1932, Section 4. Okay. Thereafter, who is the partner, then firm, then how the firm name fixed, then nature of the partner as well as the law point of view, accounting point of view. That is very, very important. Okay. Then we discussed about features, the essential features or characteristics of partner. Then finally here for this video, rights of partners. Okay, so that's what we discussed. We started. So partnership chapter very, very important. I request all please watch the video at least 2 or 3 times. It is enough for you in your main exam for recollect the information. Okay, that's what the points are written likewise. You also in your notebook same manner you can write like this. Okay, that's what the idea. You can register in your mind to remember the points later on whenever for the examination. Okay, that is the logic behind here. Okay, our next video I will discuss the contents. Then we are discussing a partnership deed. So in the deed, what are the contents, and we will discuss one by one likewise. Okay, that's why I am telling once again, in a partnership chapter, theory is very, very important. So then only your accounting treatment sums will be very easy. Okay, so I hope that you started the partnership chapter. Please continually watching the video. Okay, so this session is very important introduction. So likewise we will discuss further. Okay, so thank you very much.